Tim's here, but you can't hear him.
I got red lights though. You just have blue lights on your side there, Josh?
Yep, we're live. Thank you for all joining us for the last episode of Sawdust Nation podcast. Last being subjective to who the F knows. So with that, I'm Josh from North Country Woodworking.
Nat from Nap Snotty Works. Yep, that's Tim from Gears and Fire. Tim, you want to go again?
I am Tim from Gears and Fire.
Nat from Nap Snotty Works LLC.
I'm Nick from Pwn CNC.
Yeah, he's now known as Closing Shop on IG. I went to message him one time. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
AJ will be joining us here in a couple minutes. When he gets on, let's see. Yep. So he'll be joining us in a couple minutes. And with that, we have a giveaway. We're giving away about $500 worth of Pwn CNC gift card.
You're welcome. You're welcome. That was all me. No, I'm playing. That's Daniel.
Thank you to our sponsors for providing that to us, because we're using that money from the account. And with that, without further ado, how the hell has everyone been?
Really freaking busy. Like
I could be better.
3 weekends have been like go. It's amazing.
You're coming in soft there, Tim.
That's
what she said.
Gosh, man, it's like you set yourself up for that.
I had something to say, but again, there might be children watching, so I'm leaving it at that.
That's okay.
You can't do that. You can't put that out there and not. Never mind.
Nope. No. Listen, I like Josh's kids. I don't want to scar them.
Right. We don't want to scare them too much. Hopefully, this is a little bit better.
That's better. Yep.
But yeah, I mean, it's been a minute since I've been on the show, but that is all due to my kids being actively involved with absolutely everything, going camping every freaking weekend, and then the camping continues into the week, nonstop, like house projects. It's been an absolute trip on my end. I don't know about you guys, but it has been nonstop around here, and I haven't even been really doing any Gears and Fire projects. It's all been like house projects or family time. That's not a bad thing, but I'm getting a little punchy. I need to get back in the shop and actually start making something.
What's in the case?
That is all the AV equipment. So that's another thing. I'm now the vice president of a convention board. I'm also the head of the tech department. So I have to manage a lot of equipment that I don't own and I could never, ever afford. It's kind of fancy. Like really.
Which convention?
Cameras and stuff. It's an anime convention. It would make your brain explode, my dude.
There he is.
Oh, look at the facial hair of these guys.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's it.
Look at you two Bambinos snapping, Josh. What's going on there? What are you missing?
We still have a job.
Do you not see the do? I mean, Josh wants to do, but he likes ball better. So
I can't do the do. See this shit?
Yeah. I think if you grew enough hair, I think you could do. I would almost want to see what you look like a comb over, because
they can do transplants. They can do transplants. You just go down low.
I got enough of my butt to do that.
Oh God, no!
Might smell funny.
It just grows in thick.
What is that? Is that a? That's a bit
naughty. Wow, is that a natural curl?
Oh God, that's wrong. So many levels.
Josh, stop combing your hair while you're sitting on the toilet. You're leaving.
AJ,
sorry,
AJ, save us, man.
AJ, you came into a really interesting conversation there, bud.
It's all right.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
But damn, AJ, it's good seeing you, man. It's been a while. I've seen your stories and stuff. You got the kid and everything. How's everything, man?
Me?
Yeah, you.
No, the other AJ.
I didn't hear him say AJ. That's why I was like, is he talking to me?
The other AJ.
It's going
AJ
good.
behind you.
Yeah, right. Well, that's why I look all scruffy, because it's like, I don't have any time between the day job and trying to help out as much as I can. I mean, my wife is taking care of this kid 100%, and then I'm there just for moral support, and then every once in a while when she's crying and whatnot. But it's going good. Yeah, I'm building more shit for her, and I've already built a crib, a bassinet, and now a toy box for her. And then
Hey,
I got
there
a
you
long
go.
list of stuff for her too. And that domino's been coming in real handy for that.
Yeah, you
bet.
built her a domino joiner.
Yeah, I did. I gave it
No,
to her.
but teach her early.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, it's going good.
I saw that you were at the range the other day. Is that your? Is that a new or what is that?
No, I've had those for a while. So we were shooting the it's a Colt AR. I think it's a 22-inch barrel that I got on there, and then we had the Howa 308, and we were also doing shotgun and then plinking with the 22.
Okay.
So I've had the guns for a while. I literally live 5 minutes from a shooting range, and I'm a member there, and I haven't gone in probably 5 years.
Oh wow.
It's up the street. I literally make a couple rights, and I'm there.
For what?
What?
Nap said turn down. I'm saying for
You're
what?
stupid.
Turn down for what?
Yeah, I'm sitting here listening, and I'm like, brother, you're screaming in my ears right now. And I text him, turn down. And he goes, for what? I'm like, you're so dumb.
I mean, that is the appropriate answer.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Well,
good, man.
what I got you with 10 round pinned mags up there?
Yeah, I think honestly, I want to say my AR is pinned at 15 because I think
really?
they're 20-round mags, and NJ state law for that last time I checked was 15,
Yeah, New Germany.
which is stupid. So you could have those full-on banana clips, and you have to pin them at 15, and it's
Yeah.
like, come on, really?
You do. It's a felony if you don't.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I
You know how many times I got pulled over in New Jersey with 30 round mags in the back of my truck? It's just like. Anyway.
No, they have the pin. I swear they do.
Yeah, totally. There's a pin.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it was a good day. I was gonna bring more guns, but my because they're at my pop's house because I don't have a safe here. So I said I'll just grab what I can. My buddy wanted to go. He's been itching to go probably for I'd say he's been bugging me probably 3 or 4 years. And I'm like, yeah, we'll go. And it just never happened. And finally I said to him, you need to make the date. Tell me what day you want to go. And he's like, Saturday. I'm like, fine, let's just go. And then of course it was empty, which is surprising because on a weekend, usually that place is packed.
Mhm.
So it's a small spot, but they got pistol range. Then they have a 50 to 100 yard and then 200 to 300 yard,
Ooh.
plinking, archery, and full on shotgun.
Okay.
So it's
like
a nice
that.
little spot.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. Now he's gonna go buy something because he's been itching to buy something, and now this got the ball rolling.
Oh, your buddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. He should come to Texas and buy it.
Yeah. Well, you can.
You know-
You can
Don't
carry.
they give
open
you one
carry,
at
right?
birth in Texas? Like,
Well,
hey,
well, I get a
congratulations on
free-
the baby.
I get a free
Okay.
Glock with every fill up at the 7-Eleven.
Honestly, I wouldn't doubt it because the last time I was in Florida, it was like, you buy this car, you get this rifle, and I'm like, what? I'm like,
Yeah.
you go buy a car, and sure as shit, you go in there, you buy a car, you get a rifle.
Yep.
We gotta protect America.
Yeah. And the grocery
Well.
stores are selling them too.
Of course they are.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Not
to be honest.
entirely true, but I have
Guns.
seen.
Guns, bait, and wedding gowns, I'm sure.
Ah, shit, I forgot the milk and the eggs, but I got a gun.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
You got this long list of like 100 things that you got to go, and all you do is just come back. I got this rifle. I didn't get any
when I
food
got-
or anything.
And when I got here, I went freaking nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Man. Like it was like I was back in America.
Well, I mean, Texas is like a damn candy shop when it comes to buying guns and ammo. I mean, it's like you can go really to
Anything
any,
you want.
any convenience store, you'll find ammo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think the very first time I went to go visit my mom down in Florida, we were walking through a Walmart, and I'm like, they have guns. I'm like,
Mhm.
the fuck is this? I'm like, there's no guns in Walmart, and I'm thinking they're BB guns, and I'm like, holy shit, they're real guns.
No,
I'm like, I'm at
orange tips
Walmart.
here.
Yeah,
That's
it was a
crazy.
good one though. It's crazy just seeing from Jersey to a southern state. It is just mind blowing. Apparently
what's-
now they have. I think you can get a concealed carry pretty easily, but it's like so limited. It goes you can carry it but you can't bring it anywhere.
Yeah.
But you can carry it.
Yeah,
I mean,
all the stores around any like business other than your home in Wisconsin, it's like big old sign on the front. You cannot bring it inside.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, just leave it at the front door though. You'd be
yeah,
okay.
sure. You'll get it back on your way.
Put a
out.
fucking leash on it and just like tie it to the handrail.
You just hand it to the clerk when you walk in. Be like, "Can you hold this for me? I'll be right back. I got to do a little shopping."
Well, in Texas, Nick, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure you can conceal carry if you're military. Like, you don't even have a freaking license.
Actually, in Texas, you don't need any license anymore. As long as it's a registered firearm, you're good to go.
You
That's
just
in
need to
Texas
show. You
state
just need to
ID,
show
that's
them
all
your
you
belt
need.
buckle.
All it has to have is a serial number, and you're good. I'm just saying.
Here's the serial number. Oh, and here's my my registration. It's got a big old middle finger on it. Like, Second Amendment, middle finger. Here you go.
So yeah, they're cool with open carry, and they're cool with concealed carry as well. They don't really
awesome.
care.
You can go anywhere with it. You don't have to.
Well, yeah, there's limited spots. You can't go into federal buildings, schools,
Yeah.
or any place that serves alcohol for consumption on premises.
Okay.
So like
Um,
typical rules for normal conceal and carry. Just
Yeah.
be smart, don't be dumb type thing.
Yeah.
Why? I
Yeah.
wonder why they wouldn't want to have it at a bar. I mean, what could go wrong?
You know, maybe a
No
little-
idea.
Well, somebody says shots. Next
Yeah.
thing you know. Anyway, has anybody been doing any woodwork, or are we just
Yeah.
bullshitting about guns?
Seriously, been touching wood all afternoon.
I bet.
Josh,
Nice.
yeah.
Get that baby oil out.
Tell me,
We
Josh.
need to
Tell
know.
me all about it. I mean, every detail.
Tim
Okay.
is a weirdo.
So
because
first,
we
what I
don't wanna
did is
know.
I turned down the lights a little bit because I don't want the lights too bright. And then I
As
took
one
some,
does.
some nice paint and I painted the surface. I laid down some nice adhesive and laid that, So basically, I was making my plaques. I was out there working some acrylic and some wood, and then did a nice layered plaque with the laser, and have a ammo crate to knock out here sometime soon, and then I'll be pretty much caught up with all my orders. So
Are you building an ammo crate, or is it already built and you're altering it?
small one for like a wine bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, miniature.
That's
Nothing
cool.
too crazy.
Yeah. Interesting.
Should send out a plaque to Pennsylvania too. I do plaques for the recruiters down there. There's a squadron. So, but yeah,
Cool.
that's about all I've been doing in there. I have
Those plaques are
a
a pretty
clock.
quick turnover, right?
They are. In fact, I might be getting a bigger order from my shop because they like the stuff I'm doing. So they want to order enough to last for everyone that's leaving, because basically everyone's leaving from my shop. So except for me and the new guy. So it's going to get interesting really fast. Yeah,
So two people to do the job of 10. Is that what I'm hearing?
That's the Air Force way.
Yep. Do more with less.
It's also called multi-capable airman, or was it mission ready airman? I think is what they're calling it now.
Yeah, I just
they
had an
can't, they can't
argument with,
employ too many people. They gotta keep funding aside for all the segues you guys right around.
I use that exact terminology because if you don't know, you need to have a license or be trained on a forklift. And I had a major saying, "Oh, we'll just do MFR and accept the risk." And I'm like, "Oh, not
No.
quarter OSHA." He's like, "Oh, well, I'm sure there's a way around it." I'm like, "No, there's not."
Matter of
And
fact,
he's like, "Well, he wanted to."
What?
And there's Nick.
Without even knowing, I already knew who did
Yeah,
that.
we all know
Without
who that
even
was.
looking, I was looking this way. I'm like, well,
Long
Nick's
s-
watching something.
Long story short, he's like, "Oh, we're going to train 30 people." I'm like, "Well, then you're training 30 people. You're halfway there to achieving your goal." But
It's progress, man.
forklift certified.
Talking running a train with 30 people?
I'm forklift certified.
the forklift.
Oh.
In case anyone wanted to know, I am forklift
Officially
certified.
I'm
certified.
No.
10K and 10K articulating a certified. Those are fun to drive, by the way. I love articulating 10Ks. Those are so fun.
Funny story. I drove a 50K once and I took out some power lines. That was
Tell me why that doesn't surprise me about you.
about 20, almost 20 years ago now. That was interesting.
Well, didn't you say you put some forks through a shipping container once too?
No, so there was a household goods shipment in a crate, and I was training on the forklift, and we
you're
had
the
these really long tines, and my buddy who was supposed to be spotting me, he went out to go take a smoke break. So I was like, whatever, I can do it. So I skewered this
How hard could it be?
crate of whatever was in there, right? But I didn't go all the way through. So I pulled it out of the bay with my tines inside of it, and then I drove around to the other side and rebayed it so nobody would see the holes.
So the best part of it is Nick is retired retired in like 48 hours. So like all of this, once it airs, he's already retired. Like, you know.
No, I got in
They can
trouble
pull
for
you
that.
back.
I got in
They
trouble for
can-
that. Yeah, for 20 years ago, for that one guy's couch that I put tine holes through. Yeah.
They could pull you from retirement, and they could charge you with a crime, regardless
can
of how long.
charge- me.
That's
They're gonna-
crazy.
No,
You
I
gotta
did.
catch me first.
I
There's
did.
cases from the 1970s. People get pulled back in for and charged.
It's crazy, isn't it?
They gotta catch you first. You boys.
I-
like me
Oh, they'll
too.
find you.
I did get in trouble for that, so my corrective action was already handled. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. And then the second time that happened, I'm playing. They took my forklift 171 from me.
Oh, your
Which
government
is a-
GOV, your cert.
Your
Yeah,
forklift
they took-
certification.
Well, it was a temporary certification, so I had to re-cert on the forklift again.
You know, these
So you
days
wonder
they
why.
actually. Well, so these days, like it used to be like, oh yeah, you got the code for your forklift stuff on your GOV pretty quick, no big shakes, right? But now they have like legit forklift certification and all
As
those
they
things.
should.
Well, okay, but you got to remember, Josh, when we first came in,
We were fighting a war.
like they're like,
I-
all right,
Well, I was.
cool.
I get it. I get it.
You're
But
good.
what it comes
You there
down
with
to
the
is
pulse. Get in that forklift.
that's what it comes down to, and then you got a bunch of people getting hurt and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a buddy, Mike, got run over by an AT forklift.
The articulating one, that's terrible.
Case in point.
Yeah, 10K AT. He was napping.
I figured
But this was in the middle of a deployed
It's
environment.
like a forklift with a gun rack or something.
We did have gun racks in the forklift. Yeah, it was
course you did.
aside from the seat. Yeah.
Hey, Stan, the finger's doing fine. It's a little shorter, but operates just fine.
Anyway,
I'm gonna
Let's
have
talk
to put
about-
that I'm gonna have to do that on my job. I'm gonna have to see if we could get a gun rack for our forklifts.
you
That's
should
a-
do that. You should do
You
that.
know, you just never know. I mean,
In New Jersey,
Yeah,
you never know when a pallet's gonna fall at you, and you got to shoot it.
Pull.
I don't know. You gotta worry about those. You gotta worry. Was it? What's the worst part of New Jersey? Was it Newark?
Well, I'm down in Bergen County,
Oh
so
my gosh.
Newark ain't that far, so
Oh,
you never
Yeah,
know.
this will defend.
Yeah, it's like it's not good down there. So what else is going on, everyone?
anyone else do any woodwork?
I
Anyone go in the
actually,
shop?
yeah, a little bit. I dabble sometimes. So, yeah, I've actually done quite a bit now that I really think about it. Sent some shadow boxes out. Obviously I've had my couple stories about shit getting damaged. Everything's been paid for though. I mean, the insurance through who I go through is phenomenal. So I mean, it's easy enough to, oh, they damaged my stuff. Here's how I packaged it. Pay me my money. They pay the money back. I give the customer their money. I don't lose nothing. They don't lose nothing. Cool.
You're still using Shippo, right?
Yep.
Pay this man his money.
So there's that. The last shadow box I sent out made it in one piece. Thank God. I mean, if it didn't, I'd be like, okay, like I'm gonna have to start getting like lead bubble wrap or something because I shit you not. When I tell you,
Oh,
I
that's such a-
encased that box with plywood in the inside. Had they broke that thing, I'd be like, okay. Do you just see a big box that says heavy, do not stack? Do you just Spartan kick the hell out of it off of the back of the truck, or
That's what you're supposed to do.
I guess
That's how you unload.
I've worked logistics for a long time, and that's what the TO says to do that.
This is
Right.
This is Sparta. This is Sparta.
Like there's like 10 packages, all but like 2 say do not stack, fragile, and you're just like, all right, 6. So we're kicking 8 off the truck today.
These are all Sparta.
Oh, I have a funny story about that. There was the what do they call it? Pallets full of paint, like white and orange paint for whatever. They were getting shipped out, and the truck pulled up and backed into the truck dock. When we opened the truck doors, there was paint everywhere. They fell over and busted open. So I had to download the truck with a forklift. And so my tires get paint all over them. So I painted the entire floor with all these like wavy lines going all over the place.
Exactly where you went.
Oh, they were so mad. They were so mad. They're like, "Why didn't you turn the truck away?" I'm like, "Because you didn't tell me to turn the truck away." I was.
I'm
being
new
literal
here.
with your job.
I'm new.
I was new. I didn't know. I was just, hey, go download that truck. Yes, sir. Get on the forklift and go download that truck.
I'll tell
You
what,
didn't pay me to think. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, right. You told me to unload it, so I'm unloading it.
I'm pretty sure if you tell this dude to go download a truck off a bridge, you probably do it and not even think about it. But
Well, yeah,
that's besides the point.
back when it mattered. Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, so we got the shadow boxes and things. I got plaques and this, that, and the other. I did a large cutting board. It was 24 by like, I want to say 20. I did a laser inlay with walnut. I delivered it today. I laser etched 252 shot glasses for my brother's wedding. That's next weekend.
Can I stop you real quick? I got a laser engrave before I forget. What do you do for a trick to not have gritty glass engraving?
Your interval. And I will tell you, and for everyone that listens to our podcast, this is my final tip. Well, one of the final tips, but you can always just message me.
Just the tip.
Just the tip.
Just.
So if you are engraving glass, and this is any glass, okay? The only time speed matters is if you're doing a rotary job, because you know how fast it turns.
Mm-hmm.
0.078, okay? And that's millimeters for your interval. And that will give you the best engraving for glass.
Okay.
Now, as far as your power and speed, depends on the quality of glass. But a majority of it, if you go about 115 millimeters per second with the roughly, what is it? I'll call it 15% power. For me, I'm 100 watt. And with 0.078 interval, it should work just fine.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But if you still get a little fracturing, either speed it up or lower your power. One of the two.
Okay, I've seen people use the Dawn like dish soap.
Screw that. That's a waste of time.
What is the point of it? Just to keep it cool, I guess.
It keeps it clean.
Yeah, keeps it clean, but it dissipates the heat. It allows it keeps that fracturing from chipping out, I guess. But if you just dial the laser in the way you're supposed to, you don't need to use all that extra shit.
Okay.
The only time I would say you put like an additive is if you're doing stainless steel, and it's like the gray stainless steel, and it's not what's it called? Powder coated. Yeah.
Okay.
So like if it's just straight stainless steel and you're trying to engrave, you'll have to use like the pre-laser spray, and then it'll leave a permanent mark. But for most powder coated things, like you can laser that with CO2. Don't need no additives, none of that stuff.
Yeah, because I got 2 shot glasses that I got to do for a buddy's wedding. That's like I don't know, in a week. So I got that. I got to make something else for it. So you said shot glasses, and then made me remember that.
Well, here I'll even pull up my Lightburn right now, and I'll just tell you what my settings were for my shot glasses, and you can write it down because you have 100 watt, right?
No, 80.
Relatively the same.
Yeah,
right.
I'll play around with it too.
Let's see. So for
like with the lower wattage, you just slow down the speed, right?
Yes. So really the interval is what matters the most, because the closer the lines are when you are lasering, the more fracture you'll get in the glass. So when you spread it out, it's almost like the fractures meet rather than stack on top of each other, causing that the flaking of the glass.
Okay.
The interval is just your DPI.
Yeah. So when you're looking at Lightburn, well, why did I do that? Control Z. Control Z again. There we go.
He probably erased the whole thing,
Yeah, totally.
uninstalled the whole program.
Here, you know what? I'll just do this real quick, just for shits and gigs, because this is one of those episodes, and yeah, it'd be all right. All right, so we'll just go ahead and share this real quick. All right, so you're looking at my screen. It's my brother's shot glass. They're like I want to say they're single
shots.
shots. So right here, AJ.
Oh yeah, okay.
As long as that says .078, and then I have it at 125, I'd probably lower that to maybe 100. I ain't gonna lie to you. The last like 36, I was trying to get these sons of bitches in the mail. I sped it up a little bit. It still looks good, but it's not as what's the word I'm looking for? It's not dark because glass isn't dark.
Yeah.
It's not as vibrant. Let's go with that. I used 95 to have a vibrant etching. 125 had a decent etching, enough for you to notice that there's an etching on there. But to be honest, 252 shot glasses aren't going to be given out. There's like 95 people attending. They're probably going to take multiple.
Okay. Okay.
And it was free, so he can kiss my ass.
Yeah.
Love my brother to death, but you know what?
And that's the guarantee, folks.
For like the last 30 for my brother, you know what? For free, I gave you a lot of good ones. If you have a couple like all right ones, you'll be all right. But yeah, so that's what the settings were, AJ. If you want to use those,
I got it written down.
Cool.
Hey, while we're on the laser topic, have you guys ever tried? Anyone has ever tried the powder coat that you put into an etching that you've done, and then you run the laser again, and then it burns the powder coat into it?
I've heard of that. That's expensive, though, isn't it?
Are you talking about the spray from like Omtech? Is that what you're talking about?
No, like actually taking powder.
Like you take
coat
almost looks like the powder from Black Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Almost looks like that, but it's the powder coat. And so you just sprinkle it on, and then you run your laser again, and apparently the laser kind of like bakes it into your engraving on wood.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And it stays there; it doesn't like flake off over time.
I saw a guy do a flag. He did the Union in blue, so he did the whole Union, so the stars are raised. Did the put the blue powder down, ran the laser again, it set it, and then he did the red stripes, and it came out beautiful. And I was curious if anybody tried that.
Well, now, so I've wanted to, just haven't gotten around to it. A lot of different techniques for stuff like that I wanted to try. Just don't got time, but it makes me want to because it still sounds super cool.
Yeah. I mean, in essence, all you got to do is just spray the powder coat, then bake it. So technically, you're using a laser to bake it.
Yep.
Laser baked.
Interesting.
Have you used a laser to cut any food before?
No, not
I've seen somebody cut their pizza with it before.
No, I've seen that done, but I'm going to try.
Just chocolate bars.
Just what?
Chocolate bars.
You cut your chocolate bars with them?
No. Okay, so like it basically take like the backside of like a Hershey bar, it's all blank. You like etch their names and shit on it.
Oh, you can?
Oh yeah.
It doesn't just melt; it actually etches it.
Well, that's basically how it's engraving. Like with the right setting, it doesn't. It
Like,
melts.
I would have just thought it was just poked right through.
Just enough. Well, I mean, you turn the power like way down, but like you can put their name on the back.
It's probably like 7 to 10%.
Yeah.
If you're doing something like that, they recommend that you have a laser dedicated to food products if you're going to sell it.
Right.
A lot of people were doing that like Glowforge because it was simple, easy setup and stuff like that. But I mean, there is a market out there for it, especially if you do images or something. Throw them on some cookies or whatever. People buy them. Like,
I think I'm just going to risk it. I'll take the one I've been cutting nasty plastic and all that stuff with.
And that's why that rule's there.
So years ago, like when I was working for the Fab Lab, we were doing like a bunch of custom chocolate bars and stuff for some event that the school was hosting. And so like we had to have like a food grade, I think it was just like a piece of acetal or something sheet that we put down, but like, we laid out all the chocolate bars so within like a jig or something like that, and like they were all customized, but the chocolate bars never touched the hex on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
It worked.
No,
well, a little burnt doesn't hurt.
Yeah, well, I mean, my honeycomb And my laser is immaculate. So
No, it's not. It's scorched.
You
so
can
when
lick
set
it.
the
You
sumbitch
can
on
lick
fire,
right off
so-
of it, right?
yeah, and you can taste all the plastic that's been cut on there.
Nice.
But yeah, bringing it back in just so we can press, right? So glass, yes, got the stuff. Shot glass is cool. Those went out the door today, actually. Between work, I haven't been able to get to the post office because the post office on base. So I feel like their lunchtime is their hours on their sign is like a guideline because I know when their lunchtime is. It's 11 to 12. And so I go today at 12. I got my hair cut at like 11:30. Okay, cool. Picked up lunch from my coworkers because I'm cool like that sometimes. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna stop at the post office, drop this shit off, and we'll be good. And it was past 12, so I go and I'm like, closed. What the? And I looked and it's like closed till 12:30. I was like, but your other sign that has the legitimate business hours says 11 to 12. You're closed. And I was so mad. So I had to go and try to make it to USPS today. But luckily for me, UPS takes USPS packages. It just won't go out till the next day. So unfortunately, those are going out tomorrow, actually in the system. But at least I don't have to now worry about dropping those off. So that's been taken care of. And this team's on my stuff is going absolutely bonkers. And I'm sorry. But then, okay, so shot glass is done. I'm working on a trunk right now. They paid for it like 3 weeks ago. Thank God this customer is super understanding. So between last week, me being the only one in my shop to be like in charge, and just everything else going on in life, I was like, hey, bro, listen. I've got parts of it built. It's not done, though. Like, I'll have to send it to you like soon. Just it's not done yet. And he's like, that's cool, man. We haven't even set up the luncheon date. So we'll let you know when it is. And I'm like, all right, sick. So I'm making a trunk, imaged after. I'll say the sizing is imaged after the ones that Nick used to do. Just because I asked him, was like, hey, what size is the mini trunks? Because it's for staff sergeant, So it's a simple like he got out of the military, he's done, and they wanted to give him something nice. So he didn't want a shadow box, he wanted a trunk. So I'm making a small keepsake chest with a little coin rack and stuff in it, out of oak. Yes, oak. I said it. You heard it right. Oak. Using what the hell is it called? It's the rabbit joint, but the one that's like you flip the board and it sits inside and is flush. I can't remember what the hell it's called. It's a type of rabbit joint. Anyways, it looks good. You don't waste a lot of material and you don't sacrifice a lot of thickness of the actual walls of the chest. So it's nice and sturdy and it just kind of looks nice. So I got that going out sometime this week. I have the Master Sergeant release or Master Sergeant induction plaques I got to do. I got that job, but I have to make 3 different variations of it. They don't want the typical plaque. They want a layered, they have the base, the layer, the Master Sergeant stripe, and some other stuff. So I got to figure out what that's going to look like. I think I have 60 of those to make. Lord help me. That's in October, so don't worry about that. And I got a huge Master Sergeant stripe. 4 foot tall by whatever that is wide. But other than that, I mean, I'm getting jobs here and there. It is slowed down dramatically. And I am okay with that, honestly. As long as I got enough money in the account to pay the bills for the business and I can make my payments on the credit card that, for like the ATC and all that stuff that I bought. Cool. I don't need to make a lot of money right now. I really don't, because my job has been hellacious, for lack of better terms. I come home and I almost fall asleep sitting on my couch. Like I don't really even get in the shop sometimes during the week because I'm that tired. So it's
physical exertion or just a long day, or
both emotional, mental, and physical. Whether I'm loading that day, that's physical shit. If I'm dealing with stupid people on the flight line and the people that are my same rank that don't know what they're doing, they drive me up a wall. That's very emotionally driven for me. And then sometimes I have to stare at a computer all day, which is very mental. And I try my best not to lose my mind. So, yeah. But yeah, so that's every day. And I know some of you can kind of relate or parallel to that.
I got to be honest with you. Not anymore.
Yeah, you're a shit.
Who's this? Oh, Daniel's here.
It's Santa Claus.
Hey guys, hello.
It's the Godfather.
So
Just in time for the giveaway.
But yeah, so the job has been very extra, which and I guess I can kind of do a real quick segue to why I'm particularly leaving the podcast. For now, anyways, maybe we'll return later. I don't know yet, but I gotta redirect my time. I'm so damn tired after work. I have a new, just like AJ, he's got his newborn. My boy is what day is it? 30th. He's like 7 months old now.
Oh man,
beefy boy. By the way, Jesus Christ, that kid's huge. But I gotta redirect my time. Like between jobs that I do have from time to time to work, to family, and just once Zane's gonna do extracurriculars, more of them. I just can't anymore right now.
Nope.
I can help people still, when they need it, but I ain't gonna lie. There was a time when people were asking me laser questions like every other day, and I'm like, "Did you Google it?" Like, holy shit! Like, and I'm sure Daniel feels that pain when people ask him simple questions that are in his KBs. But I just got to take a step back for a little bit. And if we come back, cool. If we don't, it was a great run. I love the community, and I'm still going to help everyone when I can. But certain things just won't be the same, if you will. So,
most PT you've seen in a while.
Anyway.
But yeah,
I feel your pain, Nat, 100%.
Yeah, I love everyone. Like, it has nothing to do with anybody in the podcast. It's just, I got to stop. Josh, it's all you bald Pollock, you bastard.
Oh, man. Danny, what are you doing? Are you at the house?
That's the house.
I am, yeah. I'm in the development lab.
Oh, the R&D.
It's no longer the garage. It's the development lab.
Well, yeah, look.
It's good for tax purposes.
Let's see, it's got one touch right there. It's got another touch right there. Another one way over there in the corner.
Oh, my God.
Hey, Daniel, what touches are those?
Those are that's the B lab.
That's the good kind of touch.
That's the don't ask, don't tell touch.
So that's been repealed.
It's the one that everybody wants to feel.
No, that's good though. I'm glad to see the development lab is doing well. But yeah. Anyways, I'm done talking. Josh talked about his shop.
Let's give away Let's
give away
a $500 gift card. So we're gonna give away a $500 PWN gift card, and I have a whole bunch of names on a picker wheel. If you haven't said here yet, you better do it in the next 3 seconds before I pull this up.
Oh, put me in there.
That beard disqualifies you right there.
Well, Scotty just chimed in. I don't know if you got him.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have, that's in there. Okay, we have him.
Let's see here. We got a lot of people.
We do.
A lot of people
watching.
23.
28 inputs right now.
If Keith wins, he gets to make
Jeremy Cole.
What are you drinking there, Daniel? You got a nice stout?
That's a beer.
No, this is a what is this? I got to look it back up. I
knew where I started. I don't know now.
I got an oatmeal stout, Daniel.
It's called a Purple Rain.
Purple Rain. That sounds like something that's not beer.
Oh, that's a craft beer, I think.
Yeah, it is.
No, definitely not a beer.
Oh, it's not.
But it could have been a what is this? The other one I put in the water cooler channel was CUM in my panties.
Oh my God! And I thought I was bad.
It's flying off the shelves.
That's what I'm drinking.
Oh, once it hits your lips, it's just so good.
Dear Lord.
Anyways,
okay, I need a number, Daniel. Pick a number, 1 to 10.
Let's see. I'm a fan of 42 or 7.
That's
hey, 42 is divisible, by 6 times.
The answer to life, universe, and everything.
Oh my gosh!
Exactly.
Okay.
Are you gonna
I use it
7
quite a
times.
bit in my designs.
Nice.
Okay. So this is the last giveaway for, well, probably a long time. So let's do this. Good luck, everybody. May the best person win.
So you're just
Not
gonna
Nick.
click it, let it spin 7 times. So it's gonna go, stop, type thing.
Apparently, it doesn't want to spin it all. So we might be
Oh
here
my
for-
gosh!
Mayor Pickerel sucks.
Hey, I don't see Daniel's name on there.
I don't think he wants $500 his own shot.
I just paid myself.
Eat
Oh,
my shorts.
what's going on with this thing, man?
I don't know.
It was
Oh, here
so
we
much
go.
better when we used to rig it. No, I'm playing.
Jesus Christ.
Well, no. So we used to just shuffle the names 7 times.
Yeah.
I did shuffle 7 times. Holy
Oh, there's noise.
I can't even see it.
Hey,
Victor.
Holy shit! Victor won.
He finally gets his
How did he
ATC.
win?
Victor,
Victor.
he's got $1,200 worth of Pwn CNC gift cards now.
Gosh. Holy crap.
Victor, you're not allowed.
You're halfway to the ATC, my dude.
Victor,
Yeah,
you
Victor.
get- God damn, that's a down payment.
Well, congrats, Victor.
He couldn't even make it up.
Congratulations,
Okay.
Victor.
So,
Okay, first of all, real
everyone
quick.
calm down for a minute. I did want to say something real quick.
Can't help it.
Most of the people that were Patreons, when I contacted them and let them know that the podcast is to be our last episode, instead of having a refund to their money for the year, they actually donated the rest of that money to this giveaway. So the Patreons, this is the reason why we're doing this right now. They're the reason why Victor's getting that gift card. And then in honor of Daniel and PW and CNC is why we did the last giveaway as such. So thank you to them because they did not have to do that. So Victor, hope you enjoy that. And thank you for everyone that showed up for the giveaway. But stick around. I'm sure we're going to have some other crazy crap coming.
Our community
So.
is freaking awesome. For sure.
So.
Absolutely.
We'll get that to you, Victor. You know how it works, apparently.
Well, so okay, listen. Victor is like the Ducky of Orca, you know? Like Victor wins the PW and CNC, Ducky wins all the Orca. All right? Like it just seems I don't know how that works, but hell, that's awesome.
That's the sheer odds on 3 times in a row are mind-boggling.
For every PWN gift card, yeah.
Every
Especially we have so
CNC
many
gift card.
people. Yeah.
The universe is telling you you need to get that ATC, man.
Yeah,
It's just another step. It's another step, brother.
Well, his goal, if you guys I heard the last episode, the last one, is to finish his CNC. So that's going to go a long way helping that. So
yeah, I mean your
Good luck,
spindle
man.
system is complete now.
pretty much.
Well, okay, so how much is the full ATC system, roughly?
Well, if Daniel, if you are you upgrading or are you just buying it outright?
I think he's buying it outright.
Okay, let me double check the old website.
Like, basically, he's going. I don't know what all comes with the ATC system, but
I think
gonna
it
be a
depends on what
really-
you buy. I mean,
it's a
there's some
nice
options
rig.
there.
so okay, so like all the little holders that hold all the little bits or whatever, you can basically put those wherever you want on your spoil board, right?
Yep.
Yes.
So you can put them all in like one central location, kind of like a hub, right? So that could be your Pwn hub. Is
Yes. Yes.
That
Okay.
should have been a shirt. Daniel, see? Should have been a
I
shirt, man.
recommended that shirt a year and a half ago, so keep up.
Okay, so for the 1.5 kilowatt, it's 3,400. For the 2.2, it's 3,500.
Yeah, he's definitely
All
an expert.
right, bud. You're on your way, Victor.
We actually
One
got to
step
lower
closer.
that because our manufacturer just loves us so much they lowered the prices.
Really?
Hell yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
We are G Penny's #1 buyer.
Oh, wow.
That's dope.
That's
No one
awesome.
buys more for in the U.S. than from a.
It's
From a
like,
G Penny
oh
vendor.
God, it's Daniel again. Fine, just give him the discount. Jesus.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what though. So like when I initially bought that ATC, like okay, like any consumer, Okay, we buy stuff. We go, oh man, that kind of hurt. But I'm gonna tell you what, that thing, I don't know. Like I've saved more time not having to change a damn bit, and just being able to. Okay, well here's my G code. Cool. Set my piece up. Start. All right, I'm gonna go back over here and do this stuff. After I got comfortable with the fact that my ATC was picking up the collets and keeping the collets, I didn't get no Beyblades on my CNC. But because listen, any new piece of tech, you're gonna be like, I still kind of feel weird because this is doing it for me. So I hope it's good. And I've had 100% success, no error rate. I've done extensive, like if my air went out, what would happen? Well, my machine stops. It doesn't try to do anything else after that. Once
awesome.
it gets a bar clamp error, it just stops the machine completely.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I put air in it, I can literally push start and it'll retry the cycling process and start the job over, or start the job from where it's at. So, I mean, that thing has been a hell of an investment. I can tell you it is definitely worth its weight in gold. So if you get an ATC and you have the capability to run an ATC, you're not wrong. But even MTC is pretty outstanding.
And the MTC is something I'm interested in, like for my Shapico. I mean, it's my budget. She's my gal, so the ATC won't work with it. But the MTC side of it, I think that would be an absolute solid investment. Like regrets, no regrets. Like you said, it's the time savings that I don't have to screw around with, like re-zeroing everything.
In my old business, we used to call that
everything.
Force multiplier. Just saying.
Force multiplier.
You know what? I hate you.
It's true.
I hate you. I hear it every day. I hear that specific terminology at least once a week.
Absolutely.
AJ and I are just waiting until our CNCs blow up. Can you hear you, bro?
I don't even use mine anymore. I haven't touched that thing in a long time.
Oh, wait. Are you using your laser more?
Hold on.
No,
hold on.
I don't do
Wait
anything.
a minute.
I have a kid and a job that's a pain in my dick. That's what I have. So there's zero shop time for anything. Nap says he goes home and almost falls asleep on the couch. I get home and fall asleep on the couch.
Okay,
wait. You guys go home?
Kid, I see the wife. I go, hi, how's it going? And then I go on the couch and then I'm out.
Yeah, let me rephrase. I do fall asleep. There's no almost. My almost is, oh God, I almost fell asleep on the couch. I need to go to bed.
Do you fall asleep on the sleep? Do you fall asleep on the stool in the garage? Has that happened yet?
No, actually.
No, because I'm never in the garage because I'm asleep on the couch.
Daniel, do you have a cot in your garage? Because I don't ever think you go inside the house, to be quite honest.
When was the last time your wife saw you?
Well, she has the pocketbook to the company, so I see her quite often.
Every time you do something.
Scheduled meetings.
Honey, I need money.
No.
That's awesome.
So, I mean, we've been doing this for a while. I mean, Alvy, you've been on here enough. Daniel, even you've been a guest host for, I don't know, probably 10 different episodes or more. Do me a favor. What was your favorite episode or your favorite time on the podcast? Let's go over that real quick. If you could think of it. I mean, like, I know.
Starting with, it's funny you say that, Josh, because I actually thought about that exact, not that question, more like what was like a memory from the episodes that you've done.
Yeah, it's just around that lines. It don't need to be exact.
So mine was actually from Epoxy Nightmares.
Oh my gosh. That's a long time ago.
Yeah, so that was that was probably 60s, 70s maybe for episodes. I forget where it was exactly, but it was in my beginnings of being on the podcast, and it was learning about epoxy and how to use it. And I had this amazing thing called an exothermic reaction in the middle of a pour. And when I tell you
rules,
yeah, science is amazing. Not really, not in the world of epoxy sometimes, but I don't know what happened. To be honest, because before I used total boats like pumps, because the pumps are they're measured and you can do it, whatever. I was pouring it by hand and going on a scale and doing this whole thing, and I guess I poured a little too much hardener. Because when I started pouring the one, I shit you not, this thing started smoldering. It got hard fast, no pun intended. And I was like, what's going on here? The cup is on fire almost. The piece itself is bubbling. I'm like, I don't even know what to do. And yeah, I had to like pretty much start over. I actually took what was it, like a chisel or something, and scraped all the epoxy out that I could, and then re-epoxied it. But I'm gonna tell you what, that was like one of those moments where it was like, I'm a mad scientist, but oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. You know, like it was just one of those moments, and I thought it was a great episode because one, it got a lot of listens, but also because it was like one of those learning moments that I don't think I would have learned had I not experimented with it first. I don't know. I learned a valuable lesson from it, and almost shit myself doing it. So yeah,
I remember that episode as well, and I had a story in that episode that was freaking hilarious. I remember that.
and he doesn't remember the story.
I do remember the story. I'm not going to go over it again. This will be the third time we mention it on the podcast.
Fair enough.
I will tell you my favorite episode, though, if you're ready. $35 piece of ash.
That was before my time.
That was before your time. That was when we had so many puns. AJ was there. We had so many puns on that. Oh my gosh. We were like 12-year-olds talking about a $35 piece of ash and filling knot holes with. It's just like
all the euphemism.
Oh my gosh.
And then it later carried on to that's a nice piece of ash. Like throughout the even when I came on, a nice piece of ash was like a catchphrase almost.
Yeah.
It should have been a T-shirt.
I mean,
we missed an opportunity.
Yeah, there was a couple there.
Same shelf as Pornhub. I'm just saying.
You know, I have a design on that's my laptop background. Just the
Nice.
Pornhub logo. It's
Perfect.
we can't release it because of copyright, but it's for me
You're welcome.
personally.
I think my favorite episode for me personally was the Christmas one, the 2-hour special Christmas with Ben and Ed. That was a good time.
That was a good one.
We had a lot of good laughs. I think the discovery of turning broken and or lost bits into ornaments. That's a solid recycle right there. Like
I want to see some of those posts.
I say we're coming up. We're halfway through the year. Christmas is coming, so I'm very confident that some bits are being broken as we speak. So I mean, huge shout out to like Ben and Ed for that episode because that was really cool. I really had a good time on that one.
And real quick, Stan in the chat says Nick setting his laser on fire was one of his favorite episodes.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Yeah, we all remember too because we all give you shit for it.
Yeah.
Well, if I recall, he's not the only one here that set his laser on fire.
But I didn't set mine on fire during.
No, Daniel did.
Or cutting it.
I'm talking about Daniel.
I'm calling you out. Well, the difference is Daniel just bought a new one.
But to follow
Yeah, I
up
upgraded.
with
Yeah.
a little feelies, you know. If you're in your feelies, get on your heelies. But Stan said episode 100 when he got to meet all of us.
Okay.
That was a good one,
that
too.
was when he
Yeah.
got to meet, you know, because Stan didn't know any of us for nothing. And he met us episode 100, and we've been stuck with him ever since. This damn crayon eater. God.
Do you remember? Oh, do you remember when we were talking about Sanders? I think Ed was on with us. We were talking about sending each other disc pics from like the sanding discs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, we missed an opportunity to name
We
it
missed a
that.
lot of opportunities for sure.
Show me your dirtiest disc pic.
God.
America.
So Ed, it's funny, you know, I still have my Merca and it works great, but I have to replace some things because I'm not gonna lie, I've abused my Merca. Okay,
Yeah.
Like, that thing's been through some hell. It's been through like 3 years of just straight buffing and sanding all at the same time. So I need to replace the actual disc itself. But I'm gonna tell you what, that sander's pretty awesome. I just need to get a sponge sander piece for it because there's certain times where a 6-inch orbital is not going to work for something.
6-inch disc pic.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a little bit bigger or smaller. Hey, so real quick, I'm gonna have my kids come down here real quick because podcast night has been a thing. I mean, all of you guys have experienced that have kids. It's been a thing where like, hey, you got to get to bed. Hey, mom's not here. You guys can be quiet upstairs. Hey, and they're watching this episode, so I think they should be running down the stairs. Think about it. My daughter has actually never known a Tuesday night without the podcast. And my son, a good portion of that. Nick, and the first time we brought you on was because Heather was pregnant, and I didn't want to make sure we missed the episode. So AJ, I, and everybody, hey guys, come on up. You're not gonna be able to hear anything.
Hey guys.
These are my kiddos, and I thank them a lot for all the stuff they did to help support the podcast.
They're humongous.
They are, aren't they? So you guys want to say anything?
No.
No?
No.
Do you want to say Sawdust Nation podcast out?
Sawdust Nation podcast out.
No, you're shy? I love you guys very much, and thank you for everything. Mwah. Mwah. Okay, guys. Go upstairs and watch.
No, so it's funny. Their kids are super shy on the podcast, but when I went to Illinois and we
they're not shy in person.
They're not shy at all.
No,
my lord.
I had to peel my daughter off the nap there. I'm like, hey, calm down a little bit.
She was attached to me. I was like, Josh, help! Help! Send Flair!
What do you feed this thing? Get it off.
Yeah, little mini me. But yeah, they've been great. I couldn't do without them. So, I mean, I wanted to bring them down and thank them in person. So, but
I do got to say that you just call him mini me. Does that mean you've been sitting in Nap's lap quite often?
I thought the same thing. I was like, oh
wow.
Yes, I'm there.
I have never officially sat in Nap's lap. But I know a certain thing that he's used that was part of me.
No.
Mini-me.
You need a towel?
Well, you joke, but your towels at home were defiled before I left. So.
Oh yeah. Well, I've been in your house too, so don't.
Damn it. I can't get away from
it. First,
I knew the towels would come out after dark.
It's not dark yet. 1 minute is after dark. We're at dawn.
AJ, man, do you have a favorite episode or a topic or something that happened in the podcast?
You're OG, dude.
Yeah, we've talked about too many things. I was just looking back at some of the episode names, and I haven't been on in so long. I don't even remember any of them. I remember little things, but no particular favorite one. I mean, we've always had fun. I was thinking about it when we started. Country Crafted, I think it was, when we were doing the Instagram lives. So I mean, we go back quite some time, I have to say, and then we started this whole thing, and it just took off. But no, honestly, I don't have any favorite one. If I re-listen to some of the episodes that I kind of half-ass remember, I'll go, oh yeah, I remember saying that stupid thing, or oh yeah, Nick said that pun, and that one, and that one, and that one, oh, and that one. So yeah, it's been a good run.
I will do a call out here. Actually, I forget who brought it up, but PWN got mentioned in the podcast very early. I don't remember what episode it was, and it was Daniel. I think it was your bit setter. So basically, the death of the bit, right? And I know AJ was on. I'm not sure about Nick, and we were talking about how useful that was. Useful that might be if we would use it or not. And then I remember that came up. We were doing something, and I saw that on your website. I'm like, holy crap. It was very early on that your name popped up. And then obviously Matt brought him on board, and, you've been part of this podcast since. So it's little things. It's a community, honestly, like anything. It's a big community, but small because you never know who you're talking about or a product you're talking about. And look at where you are today. I mean, your growth in general has been amazing. So, Daniel, about you? Do you got any favorite episodes or topics that when you were on?
I think the the things that I remember is sitting in this garage the first time and trying to think of the projects that I was working on that I was allowing myself to say.
Yes, I remember that. The first episode, I think it was, that you were joined us. Yep.
There's so many projects that are partially built, and I've actually this year I've built a roadmap. So I know exactly what's coming in the next 6 to 8 months. And it's just so exciting to be able to play with those things and to release them and actually have people respond and like it. And yeah, being able to share it on a podcast like that was fun. That was absolutely fun.
So in the nature of that, I'll ask you a question. Is there anything you could share what's coming out in the future?
I was squeezing for more info.
One last time, my friend.
Last episode, juice.
Well, I can say that. I don't know if it's new. I mean, I did announce it earlier, but the conversion kit is coming, and I'm literally surrounded by stepper motors, and they're actually wired up right now, and all that. And I will have a prototype in the next 2 weeks, and then I'll be installing that onto my Shipoko 5. So
Nice.
That's
more
awesome.
information is coming.
Well, I mean,
Always something coming
I
out
would
of that
love
shop.
to make my was it my Pwnfinity sign come to life. I would love to take my current conversion and make a real conversion.
We are looking at I can say that we are looking into 3 nanometer motors as an option.
Wow.
So
Okay.
if you want power on your hobby machine.
Yeah, you want to haul some cheeks? That's what we're talking about.
Really custom ash on that.
Hey, there's another one.
He's been a part of the podcast a couple times too.
Hey,
Good night,
say
Zane.
Soda Station podcast out.
What did you say again?
Say Soda Station podcast out. Soda Station
Star Station
podcast
podcast
out.
out.
All right.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Love the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Donatello's the best.
Oh, jeez.
He would disagree. Raph is his favorite.
Yeah. He's all right.
He's all right. So with that, I think my favorite episode is probably this one. We've gone through a lot of great times and everything else, but it's the first time we've had every single one of you guys on at the same time.
All the hosts.
I thought you were going to say something different.
All the hosts. I mean,
But I mean, honestly, I mean, there's been so many great episodes, good laughs, times where I don't know if we actually did an episode that was it was more about jokes and everything than actually learning, but it was fun and we had a good time with it. People have been sharing some of their likes in the chat as well. And let's see. Victor wants to know about the conversion kit. I think he's interested with that $500 gift card.
Happy down payment.
Anyway, yeah, I can't choose a favorite one,
Catches up.
but should be interesting moving forward. We're not quite sure exactly what's going to look like in 6 months or a year, but we're saying the last episode because, well, as we know it right now, that's what it looks like. But things change day to day, so we never quite know.
Because I think the three of us, Josh, I mean, you've obviously been sailing this shit for a very long time, but I think giving it a break, I don't want to say that it's the end of it. I think it's just an extended break because this is too much of a good thing to just let it go away. So I can say that with a few months gone by, I'm going to be a little bit more revitalized. I'm going to be a bit more centered. I won't be as busy because it won't be summer. So, like, there's a lot of possibility that this is going to come back, folks. I mean, I personally don't feel that this is going away forever. I think this is just a big break because it means too much to me to just see it go away forever.
I agree with you. But we might do a Christmas episode or something like that. But 2024, I think we're shutting down for the year. So that way we can go ahead and evaluate what we need to do. I mean, I'm going to speak for you, Nap. Nap's working on his next promotion, his leadership style. Tim, you got, your family and whatnot. Nick, you're working on that beard. Good job. And then I know, AJ, you have a brand new family you're getting, settled into. And Daniel, you're always coming out with something new. But as far as myself, I got a whole bunch of stuff I'm working on. A majority of the people out there already know. But, taking time for family comes first. And then, for your job and career, you need to do that too. We've all hustled. We've all spent the time in the shop, worked long hours we probably should have been sleeping because missing fingertips, injuries and cuts and mistakes happen when you're tired, right? So don't do that shit. But long story short, hopefully you learn something from this podcast. You take something away. You can listen to an episode and still crack up if you heard it a couple of times. That's the hope, right? So regardless if we're making an episode or not, hopefully you can continue on that community and help the next person, teach them something. Just because you're not listening to an episode of Sawdust Station podcast doesn't mean what we built here has to end. So hopefully we'll see you in 6 months. Hopefully, we'll start episode a month or something simple, something that our schedules can handle without too much. But the name, the page, and everything will still stay up. And the episodes will stay up as well. Do you guys have your final words or final things you would like to say?
So Victor has just don't go away from the community. Well, I'll start with final words. So based on your comment, Victor, I'll never go away from the community. I may not respond right away. I may not be involved in chats 100% of the time because I'm going to tell you what, I've got about upwards of 20 different chats, and that's not including teams. That's just like Instagram and Facebook and all this stuff that I'm a part of, whether it's work, community, talking with PW and CNC folks, whatever the case may be. I'm a part of so much shit that sometimes I have to shut it off. Just because I don't respond doesn't mean I don't love y'all. It doesn't mean I don't want to help you guys. It has nothing to do with that. It just means I had to step away. But the community is always here. I've had people ask me things like questions like about how to do certain laser things or certain woodworking things, or, hey, how do you do this on your CNC? I'll never tell somebody to go kick rocks when it comes to helping people out with their machines. Because guess what? I was that guy. I was the guy that didn't know shit about CNCs, didn't know anything about lasers, didn't know anything about inlays, or there's so much stuff I knew nothing about that I had to ask questions about. Daniel's the one that got me started in the laser game. I literally bought my first laser from the same people he bought his laser. He helped me get started. And then when I had to talk to China about, how do I fix this? That was whole other thing all in itself. It was a great time. Not really. The language barrier was something serious. And then I eventually talked to a guy that's on stateside, and he helped me figure some things out. CNC wise, I knew nothing about really Shipoko, how to make it work. But, once I figured it out, Daniel was there when I asked him about, how to set up a spindle from Amazon and these things. So, I mean, I'm always going to be there. I've got information that everyone that is starting out is going to have the same questions that I did. So why would I hoard that? There's no reason for that, because that would make me a hypocrite if I didn't help people out. So if you need help or just want to chat, having a hard time, inbox is always open. And for some of you, you have my personal number. Give me a call.
I'll put it in the chat.
I mean,
too late. I already posted a description.
Well, so funny thing is, it's funny. He jokes, right? But everyone that's listened to us, everyone that's been in our lives or any of those things, I trust all those people. I've talked to all those people. I've helped all these people. So if you don't have my number, if Nick and Josh actually post my number, give me a call. Shoot me a text. I don't give a shit.
Do it till late.
Yeah, just make sure you text me if I don't have your number, so I know it's like not some random spam caller. Because let me tell you, when you get I'm looking for Maria Lopez. I'm not Maria. I'm a dude, so I can't help you. I'm
so
sorry.
That worked, huh?
Yes, this is Maria. How can I help you?
But those. But But seriously, I will help anybody out whenever they need help, or if you just need to chat, I'm here to chat. But after like 9 o'clock, I might be sleeping. So, yeah. Other than that, love everybody. Just gotta realign priorities, and eventually we might come back, might not. Who knows? Time will only tell. But that's all I got. Until next time.
Yeah.
Or Tim, because Josh gave his spiel. Sorry. I looked
Right.
at Josh and then thought of Tim. And yeah.
It happens. He's prettier than I am. Anyway, so like Nap said, I mean, all of us know something about something that you don't know, and you know stuff that I don't know. You know what I mean?
That I didn't know.
Yeah, just you take the time to figure that out, buddy. The point is, always keep learning. Like I said on the end of every episode I was a part of, is like, if you already know everything, you're not going to learn anything new. The more you go out and seek how to do anything, the more you can help somebody else. So lift as you climb. Like, continually be open to people and help them as much as you can. That's one of the main reasons why I joined this podcast, because I wanted to help people with what I know. So far, I think I've helped a few people, but I know I can help some more. And don't be afraid to go outside of this group too. There's a lot of makers out there, so be brave. Look up more people. There's a lot of good people out there.
Nick,
Oh, is this final thoughts?
did you lose yours?
Can you hear me? No, is this is the final thoughts?
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Yeah.
You hit us
He's
with
still,
Alright.
he's still thinking
don't
about
pick
what
your
I said
nose.
earlier.
Don't pick your
This
nose,
is the
nose.
best of times, and there was the
Oh.
best of times. Let me tell you, I had a blast learning and growing with you guys and everybody else in the community. And I know they say it isn't over till it's over, but it's this is a pause in the podcast. So, well, for now, I'm going to say it's been an honor to know you and help you and receive help from you, and that I will never forget. And I have only one regret, and that's that we never did an episode about router bits or drill bits and title it "Bits Please."
Next season.
That's all I got. Take care of yourselves and each other until next time.
That's
AJ.
classic Nick right there.
Yeah.
I was waiting for that line. I had it in my head. I'm like, I hope he says it. I hope he says the famous Nick line. So, I mean, when we started this, we started Country Crafted to bullshit with each other and then also spread what we were learning. I mean, we were so fresh and new into it. I still remember when Josh messaged me and he said, hey, cutie, I see you have a motorcycle and coffee in your hand. He
That's
said,
exactly
"I ride a
how that
motorcycle
started."
too." He said, you want to hop on back? I'll come by one day. And then we started the lives. I mean, the lives were, Instagram. And then we had the brilliant idea of let's just try something different and do podcasts when everyone else was podcasting. And we were always in it just to help everyone. As we learned, you learned. And, whoever got some knowledge from it, it benefited us as knowing that we're, helping others. And then it also benefited the person that's listening and learning something new that maybe they didn't even know. And then we bounce ideas off each other. So, I mean, it's always been community 100% first. I mean, we've never wanted to hold back any information. And I still tell everyone, you want to know something, I'll help you out as much as I can. And if not, then I'll tell you to go talk to Nap because he knows everything. And I just point everyone to him. It's like the safe.
I don't know
place.
shit. I don't know what you're talking about.
Push it off to Nap. But I mean, even you guys, everyone's helped me here. Nick has helped me tremendously. Josh has helped me tremendously. Nap has helped me 1,000% on quite a few things. Be with an order that I had that he needed to do before I had a rotary. That was that cup that you engraved for me.
Yeah,
Fucked
I ended
it
up
up.
having to
And
redo
then-
that, by the way, because I fucked it up.
Yeah, and then that's the first time I learned about Amazon same day delivery when he says, "Oh, I'm gonna order one now and I'll have it in like a couple hours." I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" And sure as shit, he had one in a couple hours and then sent it off. So I mean, that made my life easy because I didn't have a rotary. It made a very good customer very happy, and you know, it was just that simple question. Hey, can you do this for me? You know, I still paid him, and it's not like he gave it to me for free. But
he should have.
I know he should have. I said it to him, but he said, "Go fuck yourself. I'm going to charge you." So as I was typing back, you know, "Oh, okay, I'll pay you." I was like, "Fuck you."
Getting tired of you dodging me, man. Where's
Like,
my money?
I fucked it up.
Where's my money?
$2.
Meanwhile, I needed it, I think, for a ceremony, and he tells me, "Oh yeah, I fucked it up." I was like, "Jesus Christ!" I was like, "I trusted you, Nap. I trusted you."
And then I immediately fixed it and sent it out.
Yeah, and then I was
Just
surprised he
kidding.
got it done so quick. But you know, it's been a great run. I mean, let's just put it this way: if you guys don't even start up again, the legacy that you guys had and the run that you've had has been, you know, we never imagined, Josh and I, that this would have ever gone this far. What are you guys at? Like episode 4 bajillion?
214. this is.
214.
Yeah, 214. And I never thought it would go anywhere past like maybe a few episodes, you know, from us. And then you guys we changed hosts a couple times. And it's been a good run, I have to say. I learned a lot. I know I've spread my knowledge of different things that I've learned on my own through the podcast and from other people in the community. I mean, community has always been first. So final words. I mean, I love you guys. I'm glad that I could come back on. My headphones are dying, so I probably won't be able to hear anything. And with that, I got nothing else. I guess I'm going to just say Sawdust Nation out.
Nice. Daniel, you got anything for us?
Well, always keep learning. There's always something new to learn. I'm digging into rotaries now, trying to figure out what it means, how it works, and all that stuff. And I'll be reaching out to Nap, I'm sure, at some point to say, "Hey, this doesn't make any sense. Why does this not make any sense?" Just learning and playing. Always learn something new. Never stop. Always be humble when you approach a new project, because you never know how much you know or how much you don't know. And I'm stunned how many times I don't know enough to have even started it. But then I muddle my way through and I succeed. And, you know, I eventually dominate it. With enough time and enough hours, I can figure it out. So always keep learning.
Amen.
That's all I've got.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for joining me tonight on this episode. Thank you to our Patreons and our sponsors. Daniel, you're the biggest one we've had. Thank you for the support. And we're going to keep this simple. Go in your shop, make some sawdust. The Sawdust Nation podcast out.
Out.
Bye-bye.
We can never get this right.
Cheers.
For now.
Hey.
I would like to.
Cheers.
I'd like to mention that this episode's 214, as in DD 214, which means
Oh my God, that
retired.
is coincidental.
Right?
That is crazy.
Right.
Congratulations on your retirement, Nick.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I don't know what
about
it.
damn time, you old bastard.
I know.
Congrats. I only
Man,
have,
I can
think,
smell the
30
rock
more
from
years.
here.
He's retired. He's got nothing to do. Daniel's going to wake up one day and Nick will be on his couch.
Well,
No,
I mean, it sort of already
Get
happened.
Go for
I
a
got-
dry run there.
I said, "Coffee's on, boss." And I made you eggs.
it's like coffee's on, isn't he selling out?
He
somewhere?
said, "How did you get in my house?"
And where's
Yes.
the Bloody Mary?
Right?
Yeah.
You know, the sad thing is I could picture Nick doing something like that, but you walk out and you see him in like tighty whities and like no shirt
banana hammock.
with like a full like
He's like,
just
my
his
name's
chest
Nick.
is all full of hair and whatnot.
I'm a
And he
Grace.
looks at you and go
I
like,
like a
bacon's
six."
cooking right now. I got eggs. I got some toast. What else you want? And I
Yeah.
got some sausage, not the stuff
A
in my pants.
BWN banana hammock.
That would be it.
I mean, I'm not saying we haven't discussed it.
And with that, thank you everyone out there.